Hello, welcome to the Age of Listening channel. Before I put on the main video for today, I thought I would just help you to understand what this is going to be about. It's 4 or 5 levels in to the understandings of what was hidden within the Rider-Waite and Smith deck. Monumental challenge to do this, and really I've only given a broad sweep about what it means, but it's really about cycles. And the question I've put hopefully on the top for this video is, when is a cross not a cross? And that's when it's talking about cycles within our Earth history. And really it's a bit of a history lesson, a history that we haven't been told. Because crosses have been around way before the Sumerian age, but since. And they've been hidden. They've been there's been circles added to the crosses. There've been circles put above the crosses, but ultimately, although people will say that the crosses are often to do with the elements, it's actually much more than that. It's more about the sun and the cycles of the sun. So hopefully you will stick with me and see the amazing history that they've been hiding from us for a very long time. Enjoy. Hello, welcome to the Age of Listening channel. Today we are going deep to level 4 or level 5 of the symbolisms that are laid down within the Rider-Waite and Smith deck. And I've struggled, I must have restarted this about 5 times or so, because I don't really know how to introduce the fact that it is about a cyclical disaster that has happened at least probably 4 or 5 times, well definitely 4 times, but possibly 5 times. But when these were put down and written, when they were designed and illustrated, they were in plain sight telling us that the world as we know it resets and restarts itself and rebirths itself. And they don't really want the population to know what the signs are. And they're not really bothered about laying it out obviously to people, because then it wouldn't really fit with their agenda to do that. And so my question is, when is a cross not a cross? Well, the answer is, as we can see in the Judgement card, when it is 4 cubes and the rising of the phoenix with the red. So when you understand that, I mean, some people I think call this the St. George's cross. The St. George's cross is a dragon, and dragons are kind of mattering to which part of in history as well as in cultures. The phoenix and the dragon are very intermingled in the Freemasonry history, because they both mean the reset. And the earth comes out of the ashes of that climatic, not climate, but out of that disaster. Dragons breathe fire. Fire destroys. Creation needs to start again from the ashes, as in the phoenix. So they're very intermingled. So the red is the dragon and the phoenix, the rising of the phoenix, which is a phenomena which affects the atmosphere and the sun and the moon, and that is what has been seen over and over again every time there's been a cyclical world reset. And it has happened when they illustrated these cards, it had happened 4 times. Okay? So, do you still want to know what is in the cards? So, you have to look at these things in order, and these 2 are in order. These are in order. These are 2 separate cards. But it's all been here in plain sight. So let's just take a look at the fact that, guys, it's a game. We're 100% in a game. The fact that it's got a yellow background. This is in all of these cards, this is the only card that is yellow. And these cards have all got to do with the reset. We make of this situation what we desire to make it. The fact that there are huge rocky mountains in the background is telling us that it is going to be massive. The game that we're playing on this, you know, in this kind of holographic universe, as I often say, it's all up for grabs. When we have the white backgrounds, it's factual. Okay? And we have 3 factual cards. The Judgment card, we'll get to that in a minute, and the Temperance and the Death card. But the fact is that the Wheel of Fortune is all about the cyclical reset. And they tell you when it's happened last. Okay? They tell you when it's happened last. Now, let's go. I'm doing a very broad brushstroke here, because this doesn't, I don't often get people that really want to go this deep, and not a lot of people actually want to know when the next cyclical disaster is about to happen. But let's start from the Tower card then, in order. Okay, so we have the Tower card as 16. Now, this is what is going to happen. It's in black, so we know that there's mysteries surrounding it, and a huge amount of force. It is cataclysmic. Now, we're getting away from the fortune cookie meanings behind these cards. We're getting to what they were hiding in plain sight. So get away from that, put that aside for a minute. We have a disaster. We need to look to the star that is coming our way, and it will be a brand new star. When this star comes round our way, the moon will change its appearance, and the sun also will change in its appearance. And these are the 3 things because they're blue backgrounded. So when you have blue backgrounds, that means it's a force beyond our control. Wheel of Fortune, it's a force beyond our control. But there will be changes in the sun, the moon, and the sun. The star, the moon, and the sun. And it will happen in this order. The other thing to remember is that... Oh, what was I going to say, because I was moving on. That's it, I nearly forgot. I'm going to put up some pictures here, and it's called the Henday Cross. Again, it was funded by, I think it was funded by the Freemasons, but I don't know which arm of it was, or whether it was an individual who was in the Freemasons, but something like that anyway. And you'll see these pictures, and I have to put up certain people and channels, and I'll put them in a description of where you can find this out yourself. And they don't have the full picture, but it will open your eyes about what the Henday Cross is about. And strategically, they've placed the star, the moon, and the sun to talk about the Judgment Day. Now, it's not a Judgment Day, but it certainly is a Judgment time. If you look at the card, and we'll go down here, when we look at the Judgment card, let's look at it closely. You've got the last 4 resets for this era. It would look very different if they'd done this later. But at the time when they did this, we're talking about the Judgment trumpet that is going to affect a lot of people. They are all in water, and that signifies that's where they met their demise. Her hair, the angel with the phoenix wings, or the dragon wings, this angel here has hair of flames. And so we know that here we have the effects of the sun, because this is almost after the effect of what happens. And the people are rising up. Now, they believe that the people that are rising up are restarting and reincarnating, because they do believe in reincarnation. And that these people are reincarnating in order to start the game all over again. And, you know, the meaning for this card is always about, you know, the cycle. It's about reincarnation. It's about the game starting again. Again, you've got the different eras of when the resets happened, and the astrological times that it happened. Let's put up again. So why does it happen? Well, we look here at the death card. It affects everybody. There's an awful lot of water in the background. It is the rebirthing, and I've said wherever you see towers, whenever you see the towers, the birthing of Horus, the open legs of Isis, as she births something anew. From it is, you could say, a rebirth or a reset. You're going from, you're getting rid of an awful lot of humanity. But as I say, this isn't what I believe, this is what they believe. And due to that, you have depopulation. This is what they believe, this is not what I believe. But that going from this resetting of the world, it brings balance to it. There's a reason why there's no people in this particular scene. There is a reason why the phoenix wings and the sun sign is on this angel. We have, I mean, we can class this as the air sign, really. But I think the purification, because it's white. So when you have a white background, we're kind of looking at factual. It happens. Nothing can stop it, but it is to rebalance the earth. But here's this kind of sick thing about it. They love that. They love the fact that it rebalances, because then they've got the world all to themselves again, which is why they don't tell us about it. This isn't about any kind of I don't want to use the word, but you know, it's not about conspire. This isn't a conspiracy theorist. This isn't me looking at the cards and looking a bit too deeply. This is about people conspiring against us to hold the truth from us. And here we have again with the Lover's card. So with the Lover's card, you have an enormous sun. Remember? You have an enormous sun. You have the phoenix wings, hair of flames that is coming down. It sometimes doesn't happen all over the world. Sometimes, some places are affected far worse than others. But it brings us back right to the beginning again of humanity, because they know, and if you use your little grey cells, you'll quickly work out that unless you're prepared, there is no electricity in a lot of places. It brings us back to cart and horse. So we come back to the Adam and Eve story all over again. And as that rising phoenix comes into play from the sky, it brings us back to simpler times, and it resets us. So I'm brushing with a broad stroke, but hopefully this may help you understand a little bit what they were hiding. It is all about the reset. It is all about that. It's about astrology, or astronomy, really. The signs 1, 2, and 3 are what everybody needs to look at. We have seen the manifestation of how many times the trumpeter calls that resets the people. And we must understand that it happens cyclically. There's nothing we can do about it. There are things that we can do to help ourselves, definitely. A little question about, not a question. I'd like to say that although I much prefer the Tarot de Marseille, because the Tarot de Marseille basically kind of says the same thing, because the major arcana is pretty much the same, which says to me that the Freemasons have been using tarot for far longer than is put about in Wikipedia. The difference is that the minor arcanas are numeric, and they love numerology, and I kind of would much prefer to look at the I can never say the word, gematria. I'd much rather stick to that, because that is the meanings. Where when we look at the minor arcanas, and she brings out court cards. That's true. But when we look at the minor arcanas, they're really, there you go, they really are just hiding an awful lot. They're a distraction. They're a fun distraction. But they're often inverted, so that instead of you seeing a blessing, you see a curse. And that's why, for me, 3s are always about creativity, and you'll never see me, well, very rarely will you see me turn around and say a 3 of Swords is a disastrous thing, because 3s are always about growth, and expressing that creativity of conversation and thought, progressing forward, moving forward, because, I know they say, what's that saying about 3s? Or am I getting mixed up between 2? Too many cooks spoil the broth. But generally, as a rule, 3s are a great number to have in a group, to be able to bash out ideas. I will leave you some links, because I haven't found anyone that's actually talking about this. I've been looking this up for years. The 2 channels that I'm going to show you, one of them talks about the tarot, but they don't, because they don't understand the symbology within They haven't done it, you know, it's not their area that they love to look into. They've not really put all the pieces together. But I can see that what they're talking about is evident throughout the major arcana deck. The mountains of the Judgement means real hard time, and the more snow-capped they are, it's like, okay, it's really, what is coming is a big deal. It has happened before, and if you know Revelation, you will, and as they know as well, you will know that the trumpet call of, I think, is it the final seal? I don't know, 5 or 6 seal. I can't remember right now. Will be the people rising up from. Well, they've, you know, I don't like to say too much on this channel. It's difficult because I don't want this channel to go down or get a strike. But definitely, this has already happened. But now they're reincarnating to start the game of the Fool all over again, because that's reincarnation, and that's what this is talking about. So whether you're a Christian, which I very much doubt if you're on here, you'll understand about that reincarnation has been taken out of the Bible. But 100% reincarnation was in the Bible. We know from Genesis that we were told to repopulate the earth. Well, to repopulate the earth, one has to have had a populated earth to begin with. And it is all about the resets, the rising. And when you see this red, look how you've got angels in here, and every one of them has got the red phoenix wings or the dragon's wings, because when the dragon rose, it changed the color of the sky, it changed the color of the air, and so therefore our moon and our sun, our star, even, or the comet, or whatever. I don't think it's a comet. It's an appearing of a star in the sky. And this is what denotes that it's about to happen. Now, from what I gather, it's not going to happen one day and then it's going to be finished. You know, don't get too worried. There are going to be signs of it happening. But if you're not looking for changes in the moon and you're not looking for changes in the sun, then you're not going to spot it. So, now you may understand about why the mother weffers, they're not interested in climate alterations. They know that, and the mother weffers are all part of the Freemasonry sort of thing. You know, they know that there's nothing you can do. They know that it's a cyclical event that happens every single time. But they're getting rich at the same time. They're getting very rich. Don't think for a minute that they haven't got some form of bunker to go into. Of course they do. But, you know, for the sake of karma, which they believe in, by the way, they certainly do have to tell us. And with the Rider, Waite and Smith, it's like they're really spelled it out. With the blue backgrounds, remember, there is nothing you can do about it. Nothing you can do. White is factual. It will come. Not everyone will make it. It is to rebalance the earth. And we will reincarnate. And the game will start all over again. But mattering to what you do and how you want to play the game is, that's up to you. Okay, this is a very difficult subject. I've been putting it off for a while. But the facts are incontrovertible. Is that such a word? I'm sure I've said that wrong. Anyway, it's pretty much, it is what it is. If you want to hear more on it, I suggest you listen to, I will leave, and they don't really like links in YouTube, but I will leave the name of the channel, and I will leave the name of the title of the video in the description of both of them, and you will see for yourself that there is incredible links. I'm not worried about it. I know what I need to do, and I've been doing it. Be very careful of listening to people on when it will happen. I'm not saying that about everybody, but I am saying use your own intuition. This whole site was all about, if you look at my steps of intuition, this original reason for this site was to help teach you how to strengthen your intuition so that you are ready for what was about to come in 2019, 2020. So I've done the best that I can. But you've got to use your own intuition from now on and go with it. And there are some people that are right and there's some people that are wrong. But it's up to you, because you're the fool. You're the fool card. And you're in charge of your own path. That's it. It's not up to anybody else. But I do, you know, it's like I've quoted Sitchin in the past. I like what he had to say, but do I follow Sitchin? No, but I'm very interested in what he has to say. Are there things that I don't agree with? Yes. Are there things that help, you know, did his work help me to get to where I am now? Yes. ARCHAIX, the channel ARCHAIX, totally has summed up what I've been feeling for a very long time. I do agree, really, pretty much. I agree wholeheartedly, because I have to, because what he's saying at the moment is everything that I've been getting from my guide. Because remember, my guide gave me that picture. Gosh, I don't know when it was now, but that's the picture that I got. Black background with some form of planet or the moon in front of the sun. And it was all blacked out. It was all, well, it was something anyway. But my guide told me to look for that sign. My guide has told me that there is incredible sun changes. It's got nothing to do with how many recyclable shopping bags you buy. This isn't going to change a thing. It is what it is. But I've recognized this for the last, oh gosh, 5, 6, 7 years. I've seen that the sun is different in lots of different ways. So, right, I will leave it there then. Like, subscribe, and subscribe, and comment, you know. As I say, all I'm doing is laying out for you what they're telling us. And I have always been on the road for truth. I want to find out the truth. And if somebody's hiding something, I want to find out what it is. That's part of my nature and who I am. Okay, right, I will leave that there. Bye, folks.